How are you, students? Welcome back in the online teaching of St. Thomas School, Maua, Unit 4 at the theatre. Let us discuss Activity 4. Read and enjoy at the theatre to the lady behind me. This beautiful poem is written by A.P. Herbert. His full name is Alan Patrick Herbert. In this poem, poet says his own experience. Once he went to see the play. At that time, the two persons, one lady and her niece, both were talking about the play which they already saw, but first time poet was seeing. So everything was said in a beforehand that was irritating to him. So he was giving some suggestion, some warning to these two persons. Now let us see this poem. Dear madam, you have seen this play. I ever saw it till today. You know the details of the plot, but let me tell you, I do not. In this stanza, the poet requests to the lady that she has seen this play earlier, but he, that means poet, is seeing first time. You know the details of the plot. Plot means a story or the series of events of the play. You might have seen, but I don't know because I am seeing first time. Let me tell you, I do not. I have not seen this play. This story I don't know. So let me see and let me enjoy. Please don't speak in advance. Don't tell me earlier. Don't tell me foretold. Don't tell me beforehand. He requested to that lady. Now second stanza. The author seeks to keep from me the murderer's identity, and you are not a friend of his if you keep shouting who it is. Here he wants to say that the author seeks to keep from me. Now author is also not telling the secret in advance. He is keeping something, hiding something. At the end he will tell. The murderer's identity, who has murdered, who is a killer, that secret will come to know at the end. Then why are you telling me now? And you are not a friend of his. You are not his relative. You are not author's brother or author's sister or author's relative. Then why you are speaking now? If you keep shouting who it is, then why you are shouting loudly about secret, about play, about drama? Why you are saying, please let me watch and enjoy, keep it secret. Next stanza. The actors in their funny way have several funny things to say, but they do not amuse me more if you have said them just before. Here the actors, those who were performing in the drama, they were trying to show their funny faces and make us laugh. Some secret they wanted to show, some funny thing they wanted to make. And they had several funny things to say, many more things they wanted to tell. But they do not amuse me more. But all the secret behind this you are already telling. Already you have told. So that secret is no more amusing me, entertaining me. I am not getting any kind of enjoyment because in advance and earlier you are telling this. If you have said them just before, if you did not say this in advance, I would have enjoyed, but you have told this in advance. So the creativity of this artist, the funniest thing of the artist, I am not able to judge, I am not able to appreciate, I am not able to enjoy. Then, the merit of the drama lies, I understand, in some surprise, but the surprise now must be small, since you have just foretold all. The merit of the drama lies, whatever merits, whatever advantageous things were there, positive things were there, I understand in some surprise. I came to know some surprise things, some astonishing things, some keeping some secret. But the surprise now must be small. But now this surprise is a no more surprise, but it is very small now. Because you have just foretold all. You have told everything, every kind of secret. You have said before me, before this event comes to an end, you have told me everything in advance. Here foretold means told beforehand. Tell something in advance. And merit means some of the valuable things, some of the worthy things, some of the good things. Next stanza. The lady you have brought with you is, I infer, a half-wit too, but can understand the piece without assistance from your niece. And he also added, the poet also added, that the lady you have brought with you, you are not alone, but one more lady is with you, one girl is with you, is, I infer. Here infer means deduce or to decide something or giving some opinion. A half-wit, half-wit means a kind of stupid person, a stupid person. Now that girl, that niece who has come with you, she is also very stupid, but can understand the piece. I cannot understand this piece. I cannot understand this part without assistance from your niece. And you are also taking help of your niece. And you both are talking. You both are speaking so loudly, so others are getting disturbed. The next stanza. In short, fall woman, it would suit me just as well if you were mute. In fact, to make my meaning plain, I trust you will not speak again. So I don't want to tell this in so detail and so much thing, but I wanted to tell you in sum up, in short. Fall woman, you both are fall woman. Here you all are mannerless woman, bad woman. You both are bad women. You both are like mad, like mannerless. I would suit, it would suit me just as well if you were mute. It will be suiting to you if you will keep quiet, you will keep silence, and you will be mute. In fact, to make my meaning plain and my meaning you understand, and you will be without speaking. I trust you will not speak again. Now I hope, I request, and I have trust, I have faith in you that whatever I have said to you, now you will not speak at all. And you both will be sitting quietly, peacefully. Now remaining part, let me enjoy. And may I add one human touch? Don't breathe upon my neck so much. Then at the end, the poet said the last two lines. And may I add one human touch. Now some other thing I can tell you about human being, about human manners, about human things which are related to human being. Real thing, actual thing, let me tell you. Actual thing, let me tell you. Don't breathe upon my neck so much. You have come very closer to me, exactly behind my neck, and you are breathing. You are breathing and you are breathing out. You are taking breath in and taking breath out exactly behind over my neck. So I can feel your breath. So you please little bit keep distance from me. That means the both niece and the lady both were sitting very close to the poet. So it was clearly heard to him. So he was irritating and getting disturbed. So that is why he was saying that you keep some distance. Don't sit so closer and so near to me and speak, but keep some distance. He wanted to say that don't come near, like that when they were taking breath, that much closer they were. So he was saying that you go away from me, let me watch, let me enjoy this drama peacefully, like that he is telling. So this is very beautiful poem. I hope you have understood, you can read and you can understand. Okay, so here we are ending our session. Thank you very much.